Hey guys, hey, it's Bri here coming at you guys with another video. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about trusting your gifts, your own spiritual gifts that you have. I want you to start learning to trust them. So with that said, if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, well, then hit the like button. And with that said, let's get to talking. So here's the number one thing that I recently heard. The minute you start acting, or the minute you stop so the minute you stop questioning yourself is the minute you should stop doing readings. If you are a reader, if you are a spiritual person, if you're questioning what you are telling somebody else, that's actually a good thing. We're supposed to question. We're human. It's supposed to happen. But the minute that you're like, boom, bam, boom, this is what's happening, stop. Stop what you're doing. Go back to the basics. Start doing it over again. If you are questioning your own gifts, that's actually a good thing. It's actually okay. You're supposed to. It's okay. We're human. You're supposed to, because when you're not questioning it, that's when you're letting things flow. Or when you're not questioning it, that's when you're kind of hindering it, when you're stopping it. When you are questioning it, that's when you're letting things flow, because you're like, well, wait a second, are they really going through that? Well, guess what? Yes, they really are going through that, but you're questioning it because you think that they have a wonderful freaking life, right? And that's actually a good thing. So when you stop questioning yourself, stop doing what you're doing and go back to the basics. So now, to start trusting your own intuition. This is always a hard one, and I don't know if there's an easy way around it or if there's like a fast and super way, but for me, a lot of meditating went into me finally trusting my own gifts, a lot of practicing. I did a lot of reading on friends before I ever did a reading on a client. I did a lot of practicing on people, even my own psychic medium that I like to use. I have practiced on her, and you know how many times I question myself when I'm talking to her, because dude, that's freaking scary when I practice on her, but that's a whole nother story. But I did a lot of practicing. I did a lot of reading cards. Every time I get a new deck of cards, I will literally go through the whole deck every single day. I will connect with it. I will learn it inside and out. I will interview that deck. And then I will do practice readings on people before I ever use it on a client. So I did a lot of practicing before I ever started doing readings for clients. So a lot of practicing, a lot of meditating. I did a lot of meditating, and I did a lot of guided meditation. I did a lot of bringing your spiritual gifts out meditation. I did a lot of grounding meditations. I did a lot of self-love meditations. I really and truly believe that self-love is a huge part of letting your gifts flow a little bit freely, of really trusting your own gifts. You've also got to trust yourself, and in doing that, you've also got to love yourself. So I did a lot of self-love practices also, a lot of Epsom salt baths, a lot of grounding exercises, a lot of just like spending time truly alone and listening to myself. And then I did a lot of talking to myself. I know that sounds crazy, right? But I did a lot of talking to myself, especially in the car, to see when I was channeling spirit and when I was just talking to myself. So I would do a lot to see when I was in the flow, and then to see when I wasn't in the flow, that kind of stuff. I did a lot of practicing. There's actually a practice with cards that you can use. So you're gonna use a deck of cards, and you're gonna shuffle them until you don't feel like shuffling them anymore. And then you're going to start flipping them over. So when you see a red card, you know, before you even see the card, you're gonna be like, red. If it's red, you put it in this pile. But if it's black, then you're gonna put it in the other pile. Eventually what's gonna happen is this pile is gonna get higher than this pile. And that's just learning to trust your own intuition and really listen to your own intuition. The next thing is to stop really second guessing that voice. So I recently was put to a major test by my favorite psychic medium. She kept asking me questions and I kept second guessing it. Like I was scared to tell her what it is that came into my head, but every single time I said it, I was right. So that is the next thing, like really do believe in yourself. Yes, you're supposed to second guess yourself. Yes, you're supposed to question it, but believe it and say what's coming into your head. Just start saying it and see what happens. People are either gonna tell you, no, that's not correct, or they're gonna be like, wow, you're spot on. So when you do that, that's a good thing, okay? So keep questioning yourself and meditating, yoga. I actually learned yoga and got into yoga recently, and that helps a lot. Exercising. There is something about working out that really does help with your gifts. I don't know why, but it gets you into a flow state. Raising your vibrations. When we raise our vibrations, when we get up to the point where we're actually living in like a flow state where we're listening to our own intuition, that kind of stuff, raising our vibrations will help us listen to that intuition. It will help us trust our gut feeling and go with your gut feeling. If you walk into work and all of a sudden you're like, I shouldn't be here, well, maybe don't do that. If you walk into somewhere like a bar or something like that and all of a sudden you're like, ooh, I shouldn't be here, then leave. Start following those little like gut feelings and leave and be like, you know what, I shouldn't be here. I have a gut feeling that I shouldn't be here, and go ahead and leave and watch what happens when you do leave. Because you know what? There's a reason why your guides are telling you you shouldn't be here. Like there's a reason why. Start listening to those gut feelings more often. When you do that, you're gonna start to trust your own intuition and take risks, take chances. Believe it or not, I think taking a chance in myself and moving clear across the country from Wyoming to South Carolina really and truly helped me trust my gifts a little bit more. So, and remember this, not everybody trusts their own gifts. True story. Not everybody is going to trust their own gifts. There are so many times when spiritual healers, spiritual beings really and truly like question what it is that they're doing. And when they stop questioning, again, they should stop doing what they're doing. But if you are questioning it, that's a good thing. So keep questioning it. It's okay to question things. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I'm screwing things up. Like, am I really doing this? And then again, test yourself. Just start testing yourself. Walk up to somebody and start testing yourself. You know, do it first with friends, of course, and then you can start bringing in your own clients and stuff if that's what you're wanting to do. But start doing it with friends. Really test yourself with friends. Be like, hey, so you have a headache today, or maybe like something popped in your head, like, oh, are you having a bad time at home? Or just start really saying what it is that pops into your head. And sometimes I say things that pop into my head now that, you know, eventually you're gonna learn what to say out loud and what not to say out loud, so don't worry about that either. You're gonna be walking around, I see a lot of people watching this video walking around now going, oh, you know what, you should totally leave your husband, and then getting punched in the face. Please don't do that. Please just be like, so is everything okay at home? Like, you have to learn how to approach people at the same time, but really test yourself. And again, start with friends. Start with a group of friends, then find a mentor. A mentor is really gonna help you learn to trust your own gifts. They're gonna help you figure out which direction you're supposed to go in, and they're gonna help you raise those vibrations so that you can get to a point where you're in a flow state more often. And doing some mindful exercises, doing any spiritual practice exercise, the YouTube world has a world of videos that you can use for meditating and bringing it out. The last thing I want you to do is say, I am open and ready to receive my gifts more. I'm open and ready to trust my gifts more. I'm open and ready to receive. The more times you say that during the day, the more times you're gonna start to trust yourself, and eventually you are gonna trust yourself. But again, there's always gonna be times when you question yourself, so don't worry about that. Stop worrying, because there are always going to be times when you question yourself, and that's okay. Because when you stop questioning yourself, that's when you should stop doing what you're doing. So with that said, you guys, I hope this really and truly helped. I hope that you guys trust your own gifts. I hope you go and help other people and use your gifts for what it is that you want to use them for. And with that said, I love you guys. Bye guys.